Hey guys, I'm Andrew, also known as Iron Android, and I love to talk about movies and TV shows way too much. With that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all the Illumination movies from the worst to the best, and I would love to hear your guys' rankings in the comments down below. Honorable mention to Migration. I just haven't seen the movie, and this is the only Illumination movie that I haven't seen. But I hear it's pretty bad, so I'm going to have to give it just a 0 out of 10 just until I see it so I could give it a proper rating for myself. In 15th place, I had Sane 2. It was a good sequel to the first movie. I will give it that, but to me, it just wasn't that memorable. And the cast is good, but it's just like okay. And the ending was a little cheesy. But my favorite character from the first movie, Eddie, did not make an appearance in the second one, which I'm kind of sad about. So I rate this one a 2 out of 10. In 14th place, I have Despicable Me 4. This movie gives me the heebie-jeebies. This movie is not good, and frankly, when it came out in theaters, I didn't even know that there was a fourth movie coming out until it came out on Netflix. Like, there is no advertising for it, no whatsoever, and it's literally so bad. I watched it and the characters were bad. Gru was not being Gru at all. And the minions were literally so useless, and the fact that they were getting powers was cool, but it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. But somehow, this disaster of a movie crossed $900 million in the box office, which is by far the worst Despicable Me movie, in my opinion, in the franchise. So I rate it a 2 out of 10. In 13th place, I have Minions: The Rise of Gru. This is a great sequel to the Minions movie because at the end of the first movie, they meet Gru, and then this one shows us their relationship with Gru and how that their big bad in the movie, the Ferocious Six of the villains, were just kind of a joke, and the climax was just okay. Nothing really stuck out to me in this movie, but I still really enjoyed it, so I rate it a 4 out of 10. In 12th place, I have Despicable Me 2. This was a great sequel to Despicable Me. Gru is now an established father to Agnes, Margot, and Edith, and he is way overprotective for Margot because she has feelings for a boy and he doesn't know how to handle it. And I will say, this is the movie that the most tolerable that the minions are in, and it's just okay. And El Macho was a pretty good villain, so I rate it a 5 out of 10. In 11th place, I have Minions. I loved this movie as a kid, and I thought the Minions was awesome. I thought that they needed their own movie, and they were kind of pushed to the side and the side characters in the Despicable Me movies, but in this movie, they are the main focus, especially Stuart, Kevin, and my favorite minion, Bob, who carries around his teddy bear and I think is absolutely adorable. And they're trying to find their big new boss, and apparently they've been around since the dinosaurs, which I didn't know being able to live for that long that they were able to do it. But after an hour and 40 minutes of just watching the minions talk gibberish and not understanding what they are saying, it literally makes me want to blow my head off because my brain just goes dumb and I do not get what they're saying. But other than that, the villain is great. Scarlet Overkill is super cool. But I will rate this movie a 6 out of 10. In 10th place, I have Despicable Me 1. This is the original. It is the one that started the entire Despicable Me franchise and is set the blueprint for the wave and impact that these movies have on people. To me, this is the best story of the Despicable Me movies, but also it could be the most boring at times because Despicable Me movies are supposed to be fun, despicable, and a little crazy, but this one, it has a couple parts where it's just bland, and I'm like, I wish this was over. And don't get me started on Vector, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not like Vector at all. I thought he was the waste of a villain and was super annoying. So I kind of think I gotta rate this movie just a 6.5 out of 10, if I'm being honest. Alright, taking a break from Despicable Me for a minute. In ninth place, I have Despicable Me. Just kidding, I'm just kidding, guys. In ninth place, for real, I have The Secret Life of Pets. This was a fantastic movie, and it had a great concept because when I'm away, I was always wondering what my pets were doing when I was out and about when I was younger, and I did think that they would like leave home and go meet friends or whatever and do all the stuff that they showed in the movie. I really, really loved Max and Duke's relationship in this movie, and everybody had great chemistry and great interactions with each other. Plus, in this one scene on the bus, if you look very closely, it has a poster of a movie in the same franchise and everything, which I think was super cool and a direct nod to that movie. And I'm gonna be talking about that one later in the video. So if you want to see my opinion about that and where it ranks on my list, make sure you continue watching. But for now, I rate this movie a great 7 out of 10. In 8th place, I have Hop. This was a great movie, really enjoyed it, especially since it's an Easter movie, and I love Easter, but that's the real issue. I already go back to it, and the only time I really go back to it is on Easter. But I think the cast is terrific, especially James Marsden, who plays Cyclops in the X-Men movies, and he plays the main character in this movie and everything. And I love EB. He is such a good character, and he just doesn't want to take over the family business of being the Easter Bunny, and he just wants to be a drummer. And it teaches a good lesson of following your own dreams, and you don't have to follow your parents' dream and what they want for you. So I think I gotta rate this a great 7.5 out of 10. In 7th place, I have Despicable Me 3. This is the best Despicable Me movie, in my opinion, and it took everything about the first and second movie and put it into this one, and I think Brent is the best villain in the franchise, and I love how Gru's brother Drew is in this movie. He is so funny, and I like the minions in this movie and how they have to try to escape prison and everything. Everything in this movie just works, and I absolutely adore it, which is why I rate it a 8 out of 10. In 6th place, I have The Grinch animated from 2018. To me, this is the best Grinch movie. Sorry, Jim Carrey's version. This one was funny, heartwarming, and it made the Grinch more sympathetic and not as a jerk as the Jim Carrey made him look and everything. And this movie is terrific, but just like the issue I had with Hop, I really only go back to it during the Christmas season. So I rate it a 8 out of 10. In 5th place, I have Dolores. This movie holds a very special place in my heart, and it's the first Illumination movie that I've ever saw in this franchise. It is funny, it teaches a great message on how you should treat the environment with respect and love everything around you, and it has the best song in the movie, How Bad Can I Possibly Be, which is super cool, and it's a great story that the one story gives to Ted about how he chopped down all the trees and made the Lorax and everybody leave the forest and everything, and he regrets that, and he works on himself and plants the trees back in the ground, and everybody comes back, and I think it works as a very good movie and a very good story, which is why I rate it a 8.5 out of 10. In 4th place, I have The Secret Life of Pets 2. It takes everything that worked in the first movie and does an even better job in the second movie. Max and Duke's chemistry is 10 times better in this one, and they have to look out for their owner's Katie's kid, who is just a toddler, and it's just starting to crawl and everything, and they try to keep him safe. I love this movie. I think it's better than the first one, and my favorite scene in this movie is every scene in this movie, if I'm being completely honest. So I rate it a 8.5 out of 10. And we're just about to reach the top 3. And if you made it this far and you're still here, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and so you just don't miss another video like this one from me from the near future. But with that being said, let's get back into it. In 3rd place, I have the best movie that's probably the best thing in this movie, and that is Sane. I think the best animals who can sing, dance, whatever, compete for a large prize, and that something happens to the building that gets torn up and over flooded and everything, and then towards the end they just like do the competition just for fun, just to be friends, and family. And my favorite character in this movie is Eddie, Buster Moon's friend, who basically just lives at his nana's pool house and everything. This movie is really good. The cast is phenomenal, and the songs are just banger after banger after banger. And don't get me started about I'm Still Standing. That is the best song in this movie. But for now, I have to rate this a phenomenal 9 out of 10. In my runner-up spot, I got the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It might be recently biased, but I absolutely adore this movie. It takes everything that works in the first one and answers and turns it up to 11 in this one. Bowser is trying to be good in this movie, and Bowser Jr.'s son is a great antagonist, and he tries to get his father to turn evil again. And we get one of the greatest cameos in this movie, Star Fox, and you have to be literally be awesome and blow my mind to put him in the movie, and also Mr. Game & Watch. I think that is super cool and everything that really blew me away. The only real issue I had with this movie is that the movie just kind of ends, and I'm like, oh, that's the end? It's over now? Like, I wasn't expecting it, and just like that, it was done. But nonetheless, it's the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It was a lot of fun, so I gotta rate it a 9.5 out of 10. But in first place, I have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This is by far the best Illumination movie of all time. I do not care about anybody else and what they have to say. This movie is awesome, and it may not be perfect, but yes, it is perfect to me, and that is what I want as a Super Mario fan and everything. It is funny. It has a lot of references to the games. Great chemistry. Bowser was awesome. The cast is phenomenal, and it literally has one of the best songs of all time, which Peach, you're so cool. And the entire movie was awesome. Like the DK song for DK, I'm Donkey Kong, was fantastic, and I love how Donkey Kong is showing off his past and is kind of cocky and everything, but yet he loses to Mario as he's in the kitty cat costume, and I think it's super funny. And my favorite scene in this movie is in the Rainbow Road where Mario tries to like flirt with Peach, and Donkey Kong calls him out and tells him that his flirting is just trash and everything. But in the end, they learn to work together. They defeat Bowser, shrink him in with the tiny mushroom, as Donkey Kong will say it and everything. And this movie's just stacked, and I really, really, really love it, which is why I gotta rate it a staggering score of 10 out of 10. And with that being said, guys, I'm Andrew, also known as Iron Android, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my gaming channel and follow my TikTok. Link will be in the description for both of these things. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.